Hey, I wrote a book and now I gotta sell a bunch of copies. What do I do? Hey, this is Hugo, CEO of Just Digital Inc. and author of the new book, The Client Acquisition Blueprint. It's a simple, step-by-step blueprint for creating an epic marketing strategy and online presence. Whew, that's a mouthful. The reason I wrote this book is there's 28 million small businesses in the United States, but 23 million of them, almost 80%, make under $45,000 a year in gross sales. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think anybody got into business to struggle and make 45 grand a year when the average household income is about $50,000 a year. I guess to ask a lot of questions on what do I do first? How do I market my business? How do I get more clients, right? And it's what we do at Just Digital Inc. We help people market their business, build websites, consulting, stuff like that. And I get asked a lot of questions, so I was like, let me write a book. But now I have to sell a bunch of copies, and here's just some of the things that I'm doing to market my book. Hopefully they help you. If you're an author, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing to market your book. Let me know what your journey has been. I know for me, at times I wanted to throw this out the window and just be like, I'm done. I'm not writing the book anymore. But I'm super happy because people are buying it all over the world, and it's really rewarding to hear their testimonials or reviews of how it's helped them, how it's helped simplify things for them. People in Europe, Denmark, France, in South Africa, in Brazil, and obviously in the United States and Canada. We're here in LA. So it's been a really rewarding process. Now, I'm gonna give you 7 different things that I'm doing right now to market my book, The Client Acquisition Blueprint. So the first tip is to create blog posts. 7 days before the release of the book, I think it was 14 days before the release of the book, we released a blog post a day, right? And it was great content. It was excerpts from the book, just maybe expanded and changed up a little bit, but we created blog posts. The reason is you want your book title to rank. You want your book title and your author to rank when people Google either your name or your book title to show up, right? So in the blog post, there was a call to action at the top that says, get a copy of my book here. And then the blog post, great, valuable content. And then at the end, another call to action to get people to buy the book. The second thing I did was I ran a free webinar teaching the concepts in the book. It was like 90 minutes. We had a bunch of people on. We promoted the webinar because that was before the launch date. I wanted most of my sales to be compressed into the first couple of days so I could move up the ranks and hopefully hit #1. By the way, it's a marketing book. It's a very saturated topic. So I didn't hit #1, but I did hit #4 on the top marketing book. So I was pretty proud of that. In order to build my email list, even though we're a marketing agency, we haven't really been focused on building our own email list. Unfortunately, we've been focused on building our clients. So I had to figure out, how do I build my email list? How do I create some buzz and attention? So the first thing was blog posts. The second thing was a good quality webinar where I taught people concepts in the book. The third thing is I asked people for reviews, just trying to get a couple of reviews, people who tell me they love the book. I'm like, awesome, would mean the world to me if you leave me a review, and then do something in exchange. Do a free consult, talk to them, figure out what you can do to add value to them. The fourth thing I did was to optimize your listing. So this is self-published. We publish through CreateSpace, but in the Amazon listing, you can put HTML to make things stand out. I had really good copy on it that was direct response, trying to get people to take action, and then expert reviews. Those 2 main things in your listing, having a nice description, having the HTML bold and italicized and so forth, and then having your reviews, not the reviews that people leave you on Amazon, but like the testimonials. If you have endorsements from influential people, put that there because those will also rank. So when somebody's searching for Peter Voogd, he is pretty influential. He's been on Forbes, Entrepreneur, Inc., and people search for his name. But I put that review on my listing, so when somebody searches for his stuff, they come across my book, and then they're likely to buy it, right? So those have to be genuine reviews that you put in there, or endorsements. And then the next thing I did was to get influencers, as much as I could, get influencers to promote you, to promote the book. Like I said, Peter is pretty influential, but I had other people who already have audiences, who already have lists, to send out an email to their list in exchange, figure out what a fair value exchange for them would be, whether it's exchanging services or making a connection or saying, hey, promote you next time I have a webinar, getting as many people to promote you. Now, I was fortunate enough to have a pretty influential guy promote me, Grant Cardone. He just gave me an Instagram shout out on stories with no link, no nothing, and he sold, I don't know, like 50 copies in that little 10-second blurb, but that was pretty cool, right? And then I got a picture with him, I ran ads with that picture, so that also helped increase sales on an ongoing basis. So if you have influencers, take pictures with them. It shows your book, it shows your brand, and then you can run ads with that image as well later on. So the next thing I did was, this is pretty straightforward, but email your list, whatever list you have, past customers, past people that you've worked with. I emailed professors that I met, I emailed business consultants, said, hey, my book is out. I emailed attorneys, accountants, a bunch of people. But email your list, your own list, email them ahead of time saying, hey, I wrote a book, here's the backstory, create a simple sequence to get them engaged and excited about your book. And then the second thing is during the launch, obviously you want to let them know that it's out, go get it on Kindle or paperback. And the last, tip number 7, the last tip is pretty straightforward, but you gotta write a good book. I see so many people, especially, it's so easy to self-publish that you literally just create a Word doc and you upload it and you print it, right? It doesn't, there's no upfront cost, the barrier to entry is very, very, very low. And because of that, there's a lot of people out there writing really crappy books, or books that are like, you know, a 1 page and then fill in the blank workshop style because they're just trying to make money. If you're gonna write a book, my suggestion is like, write a book. I would give it to somebody that I care about because I genuinely know that there's value in here and that this can change somebody's entire financial future. And I don't take that lightly. Through the work that we do with Just Digital, I've seen people's entire marriages, entire life change because now they figured out how do they get clients, and they're able to have consistent income instead of having that cash flow roller coaster where they don't really know how they're gonna make ends meet. Let me know if any of these tips help. Let me know what your best marketing strategies for your book are. If you get a chance, check it out on Amazon. The link is in the description. Leave me a comment, subscribe, and like. This is Hugo, CEO of Just Digital Inc., author of the Client Acquisition Blueprint, and I look forward to helping you build an epic business.